Hello and welcome to week 11 of Fufkin Fantasy Review. 3 more weeks left to go, and it looks like we have some teams that are officially eliminated. The Obliterators, Dogs win, and the Hoboken Undead. With their 3-8 record, it looks like even if they won their last three, it still wouldn't put them into shot for a wild card, as the Sloppy Seabass, who currently has the wild card slot, has 8 wins. So thank you, boys, for playing. But you may still get some monies in the points total award. Unfortunately, not really. You guys are on the bottom, so you still got something to play for, right? Maybe not. So, before we jump back to here, I'd like to continue with the awards. Highest score goes to Mark Sinato. And he's been coming on strong with the points, shooting himself up to second place. 12 points this week, 11 points last week. Good job. And he's kind of still alive in the playoffs. With 5 and 6, if he gets 3 wins, he'll have 8 wins. And that's currently a shot at the wild card. Won't get his division, as the Bridesmaids have 9 wins. But everyone in that division is still alive. Rick at 6 and 5, he would have 9. He could get in first. And of course, AJ has 8. So he's only 1 game back from Vince. But I think we're playing our division for the last 3 weeks. So this is where it could count. I think everyone this week's going to be AJ versus Vince and Mark versus Rick. So that's going to be a good one right there. We'll see who comes out victorious there. The minimum was AJ at 70.9. Slipping a few. Lost 2 in a row. Lost to Brian by 5.7. Slimmest margin right there. Again, like Brian says, any given Sunday, if Brian had played probably anybody else except for AJ that week, he would have lost, yet he didn't, and therefore he wins. And then on the flip side, the largest margin was, again, Mark over Kippy. Kippy had 90 points. He would have beat both Brian or AJ, but he didn't play them, so therefore it doesn't matter. 71 points there, Mark a deal. Good job. So Vince went over the points, posted that. Al's in the lead with mucho puntos and a good shot at bringing home some cashola. So that's good. So on to the next we have, is it 6 a.m. yet? Again, Vince, big mover and shaker in the 3 a.m. slot, picking up a defense, which he ultimately dropped. He probably should have held on to it. They gave him 16 points, but he didn't. Picked up Josh McCown and Jordy Matheson, both of them with 20-plus points. Jordy, he didn't play, but won the game anyway, beating me by 16 points on Monday night. Good game. Let's see. We have a few others. Nothing so substantial, except for the Philly Frogs. Dropped Palmer because he broke something. And picking up 2 QBs. Playing Griffin, not Stanton, I believe. Let's see. How would that affected his game? Davey wouldn't have made a difference. He won anyway. And so, continuing on with who's in, who's out, and what's next. We're going to go to the Amaze Balls division. We talked about the hashtags, Sloppy and Dick and the Squirrelers. Who's playing who's got a shot, who's in, who's out. So, Earl needs to beat the Richards, and then that would put them both at 6 and 6. And hope that the Seabasses, I don't know if he wants the Seabasses to win or hopes the Bridesmaids win, and they can each go for that wild card slot. Because if they get 9, yeah, they're not going to be able to get the division, maybe a wild card. So, to the Amaze Balls. Kiefer's out, coin slots leading 7-4, leaving myself and Colin with 4-7, and we're playing each other, so that's going to be exciting. So pretty much who wins has a chance, and who loses pretty much goes home. But it won't make a thing if Brian doesn't lose. So Brian needs to lose for either one of us to have a chance in that division. To the last division, we have the Selfies. Philly Frogs at 8-3, leading the pack. We got Al 2 games back at 6-5. Dogs and Hoboken are out. So we have Al playing Greg, and therefore we have Kip and Davey, the cousins. So Al needs a couple victories. He can end at 9-5, depending upon how the Frogs play. But he still has a shot at both the division and the wild card. So there's a lot still at stake with 3 games to go for a lot of teams. So good luck. God bless. Tonight is Thursday. We have the Raiders playing the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Do I want the Raiders just to lose out so we can get a better draft pick than the Jets? Or win a game with our passing alone, because our run defense and offense just sucks. Monkey cock. But with a victory, we might save the coach. With a loss, we might get somebody who's floating around that's looking to get back into it, like John Gruden. But doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. So, good luck, God bless, and 3 weeks to go. Fight, fight, fight.